everyone, welcome. How are you today? Welcome to the Ask Bess, the live video column, Facebook Live, every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. Welcome. This is where you can ask questions of a body-mind therapist, of a holistic health practitioner, of the shrink of MLM. The questions could be about your network marketing, about your job, any career, entrepreneurship. It could be about health, weight loss, relationships, even spiritual fulfillment. So glad you're here. And if you're watching the replay, please type in replay, because I'd like to thank you for watching and also like to hear where you're from. So, let's see. Welcome, Bala. Glad to see you. My message is, you matter. I care. I hear you. I'll respond to what's in your heart or on your heart. And that this column is a good place to do that. You are bigger than any problem that you face. You are a creative being who has the power to create a solution, and the solution may not be as far as you think. And you don't have to do this alone. You have helped me and a lot of people around you. I will share with you my 4-part method for solving problems, getting from problem to solution very fast in a few minutes. After we take care of the topic for today. Welcome, Shamala. How are you? And welcome, Bala. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being so present, so consistent, so joining in on these lives. I really appreciate you guys. So many people write in a question during the live, or on my Facebook page, or they private message me if they want it to be anonymous. I can bring that question, that issue to the live and respond to it myself and ask other people if they'd like to respond as well. So this is a sharing place. Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever we are in the world. I like to hear where you're from. It's kind of a rainy, overcast day, cloudy, overcast fall day here in Kansas. I wonder what it's like where you are. So the topic for today, what I'd like to do now is cover, in about 20 minutes here, just cover the topic for today and then show you a 4-part method that I have, a very simple 4-step method that I have to get from problem to solution fast. I've been using this for over 30 years. It's called Real Conversations. I believe it's my life work to share this with people. It really works for myself and clients, and would be glad to share that with you very, very fast, as well as a link where you can get a bunch of free tools for that, and a class that you could also join in too. So that is my purpose here, to answer questions. And you know what, whenever anybody has a question, everybody seems to benefit from it, because we're all human. We all have some of this same stuff within us somewhere, and don't we? We're not so different from each other. So everybody learns from the questions that you send in. They can be anonymous if you want them to be. So the topic today is how do I shift from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset? And I titled it, If You Feel Impatient, Watch This. Because that is how people feel. The employee mindset comes from this fast food society. Everything wants to happen fast. And it comes from immediate gratification, where we have fast food drive-ins. We need things to, a lot of times this life is moving fast, we need things to happen fast, so we're thinking we want it to happen right now. Welcome, Amanda. Glad to see you. Welcome, everybody here. And if anybody has a question, you can type that in now. This would be a good time, and I'll respond to that question. Could be anything about health, wealth, love, business life, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So welcome, Maria. So the topic for today is how to, especially this is dealing for entrepreneurs, network marketers, but also all entrepreneurs. Welcome, Kochi. Glad to see you. So all entrepreneurs, only about 5% of people are of the entrepreneur mindset. But a lot of you all are network marketers, and like me, it's kind of in our blood. I used to be a full-time network marketer. I'm not now. I'm a dedicated generic coach just for all business people, network marketers for business and life, dedicated generic coach. So I'm not in a company. I won't be in one, because this is my calling. I'm dedicated 100% to doing this calling. But I used to be a full-time network marketer, definitely an entrepreneur all my life. It's in my blood. Some people are born this way, some people become this way, but it's only about 5% of people who are. Because it takes a certain type of person to be an entrepreneur. It takes a courageous one, a person willing to look at ourselves, a person willing to be patient as we grow our business. And so someone brought this up to me the other day, and I asked, this was a top earner in a network marketing company, and I asked, what's the main, he gave me 3 main problems that he encounters. So this was one of them, helping people to have the patience to go from an employee thinking into an entrepreneur thinking. And they want things to happen fast, and they get discouraged easy. You know, as an employee, we punch a time clock, and we work a little bit, and we get paid a little bit. And we work a little bit, and we get paid a little bit. And this reminds me of like a little mouse in a cage. If he does a certain trick, then you give him a reward, right? He does a certain trick and get a reward because he wants to eat. And so, you know, he gets food or something. So it's like that with us. We do that thing because we get that reward of the money, and then we get to eat. Or other fun things. So we're used to thinking like that, doing work, getting paid for it, doing work, getting paid for it. That's part of the training of this society. And our school system is actually built to help people be followers, to be employees, to follow directions and do it mechanically and kind of robotically without thinking. And that is kind of the way the school system's set up, isn't it? I happen to homeschool my son because I wanted the best quality of education for him. We formed a group in San Diego of homeschoolers, and so we all worked together, group teaching our children. And all of us were different, you know, experts in different fields. So I understand the difference between homeschooling and public schooling, and how public schooling can be really training people to work in factories, in office, in corporate, to be good followers, to say yes, to stand in line, to color in within the line, and be able to be led. Does not generate individual thinking. There was a lady who wrote a book named Teacher. I think her name was Sylvia Ashton, and she wrote a book called Teacher. And she said to a college professor, you know, she was a grade school, elementary school teacher, and she said to a college professor, what type of people arrive to you as a product of our traditional elementary school system? And he said, they cannot think for themselves. There's hardly anybody has an innovative, creative thought. They're good followers, but they cannot think for themselves. So, you guys, this is what our school system, our society is trained to produce, worker bees, really. So no wonder that if you have a creative bone in your body, an entrepreneurial bone, it has probably not been nurtured very well, nor at work when you are paid mostly to stay in your place and to follow directions and to do your little part. Sometimes you try to improve on things and you might even get in trouble or stir things up. So welcome, Philip. How are you today? Welcome, Liesl. Good to see you. Yeah. And Philip is a good friend who is definitely involved in personal growth and has been demonstrating that every day. Changes. I see him constantly. And kudos to you and to all the people on here, because everyone on here is doing that, or else you wouldn't be on here. And so if you want to become a better person today, please type in yes. And I hope that this helps you to do that. So, hi, I'm glad when you guys say hi, because then I know you're there for sure. And I also like the likes and loves. And if you're getting benefit, I'd like if you tag a friend, or even share it in another Facebook group that could be watching live at the same time. I really, really appreciate that, because I want to help as many people as possible. So, Liesl says, yes, all right, girl. So this is about being self-responsible and shifting the mindset from an unsuccessful an average person to a successful person. And there's a difference in how they think, like we were talking about. It takes a different person. You'll be in the top 5% minority if you think proactively, if you think ahead. How can I improve this situation? What can I do to make it better? How can I help myself have a better life? First it takes dreaming to have a better life and knowing it's possible, and then setting out a plan and taking steps and taking action. Now, an employee mindset says, I follow. An entrepreneur mindset says, I am in charge of my life. I'm going to create my own life. I'm going to lead. And in network marketing, for those here who are in network marketing, and I know many of you are, it takes clocking in yourself, tracking your progress, setting your goals, setting out the steps to those, committing to do them regularly, even though there's nobody looking over you and taking notes. Although you can get an accountability partner and do this for each other and say, I will do this and this and this for my business today. I will show my business to 1 or 2 new people a day. And I'm going to keep a record of this, I'm going to keep track of this, and my accountability partner and I are going to do this, and we're going to check in on each other, and somebody's going to know if I didn't do it or not. So we can use each other. We can use other people or a coach. A lot of people hire me as a coach for accountability to do what they say they're going to do. Sometimes emergencies come up, and that would be an excuse. But aside from that, what stopped us? What would stop us from doing what we were going to do and achieving the better life that we want and that we dream of? So we need to get our dream in place, know what I really want in my life, and then know that it's possible, set steps to accomplish that, hopefully get an accountability partner, have some sort of accountability tracking system. And if you're in business for yourself, you log in your own hours, you clock in your own hours. Now there's a second thing. That's being your own boss, right? But there's a second thing. When you have a job, you work, you get paid, you work, you get paid, you work, you get paid. Entrepreneurship, it's a little bit different. The pay is greater, but it is delayed. And so this is the patience that my friend who mentioned that this is one of the top blocks for the network marketers that he knows, is the patience. And he said that waiting to get paid, that being willing to work up front and get paid later. So again, you go to a job, you get paid, you go work, you get paid, you work, you get paid, but the pay never increases. You get paid right away for sure, but the pay doesn't increase. Instead, you make somebody else wealthy. Whoever owns that company or corporation or whatever, you're making them wealthy down the road. But in return, you get paid frequently, but in small amounts, and it's a set amount. And usually, there's a ceiling. Hardly ever is there, cost of living raise. But in entrepreneurship, there's the opportunity, if you have the discipline and to keep doing consistently, there's the opportunity for greater pay, greater reward down the road than you could get as an employee, because you are working for yourself and you're making yourself rich this time, or a good income or whatever. You're making, the idea of being an entrepreneur is to make more for yourself. You're working for yourself to make more than you could by working for somebody else and making their dream come true. Entrepreneurship is making your own dream come true. But it takes that patience. In most companies, it takes about 5 years of investing a certain amount to get your company, your business going. It takes about 5 years for you to realize a return on that investment, to realize a profit, to pay back the principal and all that. 5 years, you guys. So not a lot of people are willing to do that. And I do certainly recommend that you have a job while you're getting your own business going, so that you won't be desperate and hungry for 5 years. So you have your own job, but you build this on the side. And so the average business might take 5 years to realize a profit. In network marketing, though, it can happen a lot sooner, because the initial investment is so much smaller. In fact, it has the greatest return on investment of any business in the world. And that's why I'm a teacher for network marketing, and I support people in it and teach the skills and the mindset how to do it. In a school that I co-teach with Jeffrey David Gamble, the MLM Millionaire Academy. Been running that for 10 years, and love teaching the skills and the mindset in there. So welcome, Carrie. How are you today? I'll have to... Oh, thank you. Yeah, watching it later is great. Thank goodness for replays. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So, entrepreneurship, network marketing, the long-range income. It has the greatest return of investment of any business in the world. So it's been called the best business in the world. You don't have to invest $30,000, $60,000 to get it going. It's usually, under $1,000 to begin your network marketing business. Sometimes, often just a couple $100, depending on the company. So it has this low entrance fee and the potential to make income right away. Many people make a smaller few $100s the first week or their first month or months. And some people can quit their jobs within a few years, and some people actually can become millionaires within 5 to 7 years. This has happened to a lot of my friends. And I was full-time for years when my son was little, and I was a single mom, and it helped me to be at home with my son. So I have a special place in my heart for parents who want to be home with their kids. So in the beginning, though, you put out work for it. Maybe you work, maybe if you figured out the money per hour that you put in the initial stages of network marketing, the return that you get paid per hour could be $0 to $10 an hour. And you think, oh, it's better off at my job. Yes, initially. However, keep doing network marketing on the side, keep building it up, be patient, do the long-term thing, do consistent work with it for the long range, over a long period of time. That does two things. It gets you better, it gets you more skillful, and you get better and better as you go. So you get better results as you go. And another thing it does is it allows that residual income to kick in, where you sponsor people. Yes, you make a certain amount of income with your retail product, and you probably couldn't live on that. Some people actually do in direct sales, but probably you could make a real great living with that. But you retail the product and you serve people, then you train other people to do that. That is the part in network marketing, residual income, that kicks in over time, that the more people you sponsor and they sponsor and they sponsor and they stay in and they stay active, that you develop a team. And I have people, friends and clients that have teams to 500,000 or 1 million people all over the world and making a great income with it. It takes a little time to build up. So network marketing, the income looks like this. You get paid very little for what you do, and then you get paid moderately for what you do, then you get paid a lot for doing very little. And as a friend and client said at this point, when she and her husband reached this point up here, she said, Bess, it's ridiculous how much we get paid for how little we do. They were former school teachers. But they put in the effort down here to get to up here. They went through those non-paying or low-paying hours in the beginning. So this is an entrepreneurial mindset. An entrepreneur, a successful person, has long-range vision versus short-range vision. They think down the road. They think, how can I improve myself every day? Whereas the average person might say, how can I just get by every day? But the successful person is thinking, how can I improve myself? How can I learn from yesterday and improve myself and get better tomorrow? How can I deliver more value to people than I did yesterday? What can I add? How can I serve life? Whereas the average person might say, well, how can I serve myself? How can I just, exist in my own little world and stay in my own little box? And a successful person is thinking, how can I expand my world? How can I reach more people? How can I do better good in the world than what I do now? You might have heard the story of the child that they put a marshmallow in front of him. The group of children, they put a marshmallow in front of him. They said, you can have 1 marshmallow now, or you can have 3 marshmallows in 5 minutes. And most of the children could not resist that marshmallow sitting in front of them, to wait 5 minutes to get 3 marshmallows. Most of them ate the marshmallow and did not get the 3 in 5 minutes, but a few did. And I think a study showed that these people, the kids that did have the ability to delay gratification and get more as a result, grew up to have very successful careers and were very successful people. So that is what I wanted to share today. The difference between the employee mindset and the entrepreneurial or the successful person mindset. So see where you fit in this, which side of the fence you're on. Do you think you're a self-employed mindset, or do you think you or an entrepreneurial mindset, or even a network marketer mindset, but especially entrepreneur, who is able to be patient, have long-range vision, to improve themselves daily, to be courageous enough to take an honest look at themselves and say, well, where do I need to improve? If this is not working, let me learn. What do I need? Do I need a better skill? Do I need more confidence so that people want to join my team? I have that confidence that comes from getting the skills and from doing a lot of presentations. And all the successful entrepreneurs, network marketers, you guys, they were in your shoes. They were where you are now. And they just kept taking steps. They kept their eye on that vision and didn't give up, did not get discouraged, did not get lazy, did not get distracted. They kept their focus. They keep their focus and say, nope, that's not where I'm going. I'm not going to get pulled off to the side of the road. I'm going to go for my goal, because this is my life. It's the most exciting movie on the planet, is my life. The most exciting story. And I get to write it. I get to direct it. I get to write it and create it and act it and be in it. And I'm going to make it good, because I want to enjoy my life. And I know that a good part of that is giving to other people and becoming a servant of life and seeing how I can add value to people around me. So that's the difference. I think that I got trained as an entrepreneur. I have been on my current spiritual path for over 40 years. And I learned in my spiritual path that you volunteer, it's a nonprofit organization, you volunteer, you do things, you poster, you put on talks, you donate, because I loved it so much. I still do all this. But I was trained at an early age to not look at the monetary, to look at the love for it, to think of doing it just for its own sake. So I was used to volunteering and not having to put a price on it. Do what I love because of that. And that was a good transferable skill into entrepreneurship, where you do it for the love of it initially, and of course later on you get paid. As far as skills, if skills is the thing that's lacking, I highly recommend our school, the MLM Millionaire Academy. I will put a link to that school. Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a 90-minute lesson covering one of the 10 core commitments that are proven for decades to create success within network marketing. Jeffrey David Gamble and I teach this, and Jeffrey has created a wonderful script to help people get success the quickest, easiest, simplest, most duplicatable method I've ever seen in all of network marketing. I feel we teach the best because I feel responsible to bring the best to my students in the school for over 10 years now. When I found Jeff's method, I asked him to teach in the school. He had been thinking of teaching in his own school, but he came over and he said yes. So I highly recommend our school, MLM Millionaire Academy. I will post a link. Hello, David. Welcome. Welcome. And David, did you want to say something about, since you wanted to speak? Says you want to be on the camera? I'm going to invite you on camera then. Maybe message. David is very much personal growth people. David, it's trying to add you to camera. I think you wanted to add something to this. You're welcome to. I didn't quite see. No, okay. I thought, okay. Well, welcome. Everybody here is doing personal growth work. So proud of you guys. Hello, Shmala. Okay. Wanted to include in this Facebook Live some tips about self-help, how you can walk yourself from any problem to solution in just minutes. I call it my process that I trademark called Real Conversations. And that is that you identify the problem. Maybe you're feeling stuck or impatient in your business. And then is the feeling, then is the need, and then is the solutions, 4-part process. So let's say that a person is feeling impatient in network marketing. Or let's say that they're not making their calls. Because they think it's just going too slow, they're not having the success, they're saying, I don't know if this is for me, right? Like we were just talking about today. The need or the feeling could be impatience or frustration, feeling stuck. And the need could be realizing that actually you're right on track. Don't give up now. Keep going. Keep learning, keep getting the skill, keep doing your presentations and getting the experience, learn from people who, and then the solution to this, learn from people who have done what you want to do to shortcut your learning process. Um, learn the skills that we teach and the mindset that we teach in the MLM Millionaire Academy. That could be a good solution, a good place to start. And some people say, well, can I afford this? Yes, you can. It's only $25 a month for 6 hours of learning lessons, a whole collection of tools, a Facebook group for support and accountability. We made it that price. It used to be $100 a month. That's only $25. We made it that way so it's affordable for everybody. Because everyone can find $25 a month or sell some product to make it so. So it's available to everyone, every network marketer. So that's the fourth step, is see what you need to do. Third step is see what's needed, and the fourth step is do what's needed to solve that problem. I will put a link for free tools in the comments. The free tools include a chart, a 4-step chart to help you identify the problem, the feeling. I have a list of feelings so you can help identify that, which helps to identify the need. The need could be physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. And a lot of people don't know what we need, but this is kind of often the hidden step, because as children we're told, oh, you don't need that, you don't feel that, so we learn to deny our needs. A lot of us aren't in touch with this one. But when we do identify the need, every problem is a sign of an unmet need. So when we do identify the problem, then we can find the solution to it. So it's kind of a cool detective self-help method that can get people unstuck in minutes. So I'll put a link for the tools, which is a free chart, and audio, which is a radio interview that walks you through, describes how to walk yourself through the 4 steps. And then you can get some email lessons to help you journal yourself through the 4 steps. That is a $247 value. It's a gift to you. It is free. And many people want a little more help than that, so I created a class on Tuesday nights called the Real Conversations class. And this is at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays. This is group coaching where people can hop on and say, okay, I've walked myself through this 4-step process, but I feel stuck here, or I have this issue yet, and I'm not able to self-coach myself through this. Can you coach me in the group? So it is real affordable, and it is for everyone, not just network marketers, but anybody that has an issue about business or life can join this class. And that same link has a link to the class. Every class starts out with a brief lesson on real conversations, and then we get into the live group coaching. It's kind of a reality show. It's not recorded for privacy. It's confidential to that group. It stays within the group, and it can be anonymous too. You can come on anonymously with a different name. So that is how people can receive group coaching at a more affordable rate than private coaching, but that is available as well. So that is on Tuesday night. Love to see you. I know people are coming into that class now. It's growing. Love to include you if you would like. That link is at the class is at the same link as the free tools. So I'll post that below. Hello, Tim. How are you? You got Torin with you? Are you babysitting? Tim is my stepson in Northern California. Glad to see you. We're just concluding right now, and welcome, Joanna. Just concluding right now a live about having patience, developing your own business over the long term and what that takes, and also how to do real conversations for oneself, self-help method, and the class I'm teaching on Tuesday nights. So I will post all those links below. I thank you for watching. I thank you for sharing. Thank you for doing your personal growth work. Thank you for making the world a better place, and for all that you do. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.